I mean, honestly, it's not that hard to use brain to figure out what they're going to do with this if you played Fallout 3, so... I see a foot. I think I see a foot. See something in there. Oh, that's a head! Oh,
This
that's
storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
My help? I don't know what...
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Why is the power blow...
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Oh, come on.
If you have a moment, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Sure.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thank you. This isn't a formal meeting. I simply want to clear the air. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met, and I feel like I owe you an apology. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the Brotherhood without having a history with us was unfair. And given that you've adjusted so well to our beliefs, I don't think I needed to push so hard.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Well, you deserve it. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was Paladin Krieg, toughest squad leader I ever served with. He was a model soldier, embodying the values every trainee was striving to achieve. Fiercely loyal, secure in his beliefs, and brave to a fault. From the moment I was assigned to his squad, I was singled out. It felt like he was pushing me harder than the rest of the team. I fought by his side for years, and we had some seriously close calls. But he never explained to me why I was treated that way.
It sounds like he was trying...
If he was, I never got a chance to ask. After I was promoted to Paladin, and I'd moved on to my own squad, I received word that Krieg was killed at Adams Air Force Base. The news was like being kicked in the stomach. I mean, I'd lost some of my brothers and sisters before, but his death, well, it really got to me. It's taken me a long time to realize it. But the reason Krieg was so tough on me is the same reason I'm so tough on you. It's because I believe in you. And I don't want to see any of your potential go to waste.
What happened at Adams Air Force Base?
Back in the Capital Wasteland, the Brotherhood was at war with a traitorous group of rebels who called themselves the Enclave. They maintained a mobile command post at the remains of Adams Air Force Base, just outside of Washington, D.C. The Brotherhood spearheaded an assault on the command post, which was ultimately successful, but costly. Quite a few soldiers died in that battle, and Paladin Krieg was among them. He made his mark on history, and whether you choose to believe it or not, you have the potential to do the same.
I'm already doing so.
I don't know.
You don't have to say anything. Well, I've said what I had to say. I trust you'll keep this in confidence, of course.
Yeah, sure. I was at that battle! I have no recollection of a man called Craig.
Knight?
Yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna have to talk to Madison Lee again. Why is that not solid? Hey, take me up to the Predwin, please. Do it yourself. My jetpack can't go up that high. It's kind of silly. Well, it makes a little sense why the jetpacks kind of peter out at the top, peter out near the end of your AP or halfway through your AP, but it'd be nice if they just ran 24/7, you know?
Your rad levels are spiking. Might want to have the doctor take a look.
There's nothing wrong with my rad levels. I'm not sterile. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible. Muy terrible. I think this is going to be the last recording I do for tonight. I'm trying to get myself back into a normal sleep schedule.
Attention. This is a notice to all personnel. Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the
Greetings,
flight
Knight.
deck. Thank you.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood.
Uh-huh. Do I need to remind you why you made that promise?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her...
Sure.
It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back on.
Oh, neat. That was easy. Now I gotta go through 2 load screens again for something that easy. Again, why can't the entire interior space of the Predwin just be one space? You don't need to freaking separate so many these parts out.
How can a machine believe it's alive? That's ridiculous.
Oh, believe me, it's no more ridiculous than anything else in this world. It's not so much about it believing it's alive. It's more than it just being able to learn. Because, yeah, a synth who knows it's a synth realizes that it's not alive. It just knows that it can make decisions for itself. Doesn't necessarily mean it's alive. I'm probably speaking in circles here myself.
When it comes to keeping the Predwin running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
Hey, Madison should be down in a while. Oh, you guys are putting it together. Nice.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
Now she's in field scribe uniform.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse.
Certainly.
Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Locate a high-powered magnet. Okay. In the Milton General Hospital, I guess. Okay, fine with me. Yeah. So yeah, probably after this, I finish up this episode, I'm gonna add robot guardians and what is it? Followers to the list. You can get Assaultrons, Protectotrons, Mr. Handys, and Sentry Bots, and build them at your settlements to work the fields, provide security, blah 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 blah. The Sentry Bots can actually be used to run supply lines as well, so that ought to be interesting. Again, I have, like, by the time this goes out, everyone's going to have full access to the actual development kit, so hopefully the the mod is fully realized by then. I really like it when mods are fully realized. Okay, I have no idea. What is making that noise? Ah, what is that? No! What the hell? My left screen went bonkers. Aha! There we go. Again, I don't quite know what that was. Okay, cool.
Facilities like this were funded by privately owned corporations, more interested in making a profit than helping mankind.
Don't I know it? Wasn't I already here before?
Going up.
Yeah, this is that factory where the ghoul died. I can't remember his name. Where none of my assistants will come down here and help me. What? I'm missing something here. Oh yeah, I gotta go all the way around.
Going down. Basement. Basement.
Don't I know that already?
Going down. Second floor.
Okay, and yeah, it's
Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
yeah, but you don't like it when I pick through trash. Where are you? Ah, it's through here, yes. Oh, here we go.
Going down.
Yeah, there's usually nothing bad, really that bad down here.
Basement.
Oh, Okay.
Going up. Second floor.
Should honestly be able to hook up my supply lines to the Pridwin and the Brotherhood base. Honestly. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I need to fall through the floor somewhere. Where was it again? Oh yeah, it was over here. Hmm. I don't know what the noise is. Okay. Okay, and I should just be able to travel back here. I really wish the Brotherhood would realize, I mean, the Raiders, I should say, would realize, hey, that person's wearing power armor. This might not be a good idea to attack them. But they don't realize just how stupid they are being. Hmm. Whatever. Doesn't matter that much. There we go. Hmm. This guy's a bit too serious for his own good. Again, he doesn't have a cod piece. Someone just shoots him in the dick.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals.
I'm fine, fine. Just fine. Wait, what? Boom, 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 boom.
That's an interesting find. And still intact.
Aha! There you are. I got concrete barriers here that I can't delete for some reason. I don't know. Eventually there'll be a mod for it. Can't clear this rubble either. Standardized debris. Nice. Can't believe I only got one seal off that entire vending machine. Well, I get 4 off of a fucking, Oh, I wish I could just go out a little bit further.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems, his eye laser and his nuke pack. The eye laser can target a hostile from hundreds of yards out and take it down with pinpoint accuracy. His nukes are modified Mark 28 nuclear bombs. They used to drop the things from bombers during the war. Just one of the nukes is equivalent to about 3 or 4 Fat Man shells. Basically, whatever it hits isn't getting up again. His eye laser is almost ready to go, but without nukes to load into his pack, he's fighting at less than half his capability.
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Can I build the nukes like I built?
I could build you 1,000 nuke casings, right now.
Right.
The Mark 28s have a specialized nuclear payload that requires the correct balance of fissile materials in order for them to detonate properly. In other words, I'd love to mix you a cocktail, but I'm all out of liquor. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here.
Okay.
Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
What do you mean you're only fairly...
The glowing sea is so heavily irradiated, it's giving us echoed readings and false positives. We're just gonna have to trust the... Scribe Halen's established a communications point. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted. Hopefully, by the time you've returned,
Right.
Good luck, Knight.
Okay.
Being the director of the Institute is a serious commitment. I hope you understand that.
I can't believe she's still
I don't
talking to me about that. I want to connect County Crossing to
Know
the
about Scribe.
airport. To the airport. There's no actual area for me to build anything to any food or anything like that, but I can still put up some that's the word I'm looking for. Planters. I can put planters down. Anyways, actually, that's the end of the episode. I'm gonna do a couple things, and then we'll be back for the next episode where I will take care of things, I guess. All right, this has been Demonocalypse. Bye bye.